And welcome yourself here in this practice. Let's just begin with a few mindful deep breaths in through the nose. Release the jaw and sigh the breath out. Breathing in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Last breath, exhaling with an audible sigh. Just allowing any tension from the shoulders, from the body to fall away with that breath. Turning the eyes downward or even closing the eyelids. Reducing stimulation that comes from our visual field that tends to stimulate the mind. As our practice is here to serve a quieting of the mind, a turning inward. And just beginning to notice that the body's sitting, feeling those touch points of contact with support, noticing the feet making contact with ground or something else. Noticing legs making contact. Noticing the pelvis and the weight of the body settling. Sensing the uprightness of the spine. The weight of the head evenly centered between the shoulders. And sensing the whole body breathing. The whole body. And we'll turn our attention in a more concentrated way to the breath, inviting this breath to become a stronger anchor for attention. And so as we breathe, we may just bring an awareness to all that happened before now, sensing the back side of the body and all that lies behind us in the past. Just sensing this past energy without needing to remember, and sensing each exhalation is an invitation to let the past fall away. It's like closing a curtain on what has already transpired. We close the attention, or close the curtain rather, so attention can come right here, right now, with the body breathing. The mind's tendencies are to pull us away from the present and into our thoughts about a perceived future. And this is the part of the brain that wants to assure that things are safe so that we can survive. And so the mind predicts what we think might happen in the future. And that can go two ways, more than two ways, but along the lines of that things will not go the way we like. This is where we may have thoughts of gloom and doom that create anxiety and fear. And then going hand in hand with that direction, there's a tendency to want to control the future, to manipulate events so that they go according to our preferences. And then there's that space in between where we return again to the present moment and we return to the truth of the great mystery. And the great mystery reveals that what we think may happen may miss the mark, and we can never truly know anything beyond this very moment. And it's here that we can rest, that we can reassure ourselves that right now in this moment we are safe. Right now in this moment we are breathing. Right now in this moment all is well, relatively speaking. Within our sphere of control, all is well. And breathing into this relative well-being, allowing any anxieties to be here, any emotions of fear or irritation, any emotions of sadness or sorrow, opening and making space for all that is here. Making space for the busy mind. And inviting awareness to return home again and again and again, right here, right now. And we might sense that each point, each GPS point on this planet that we are residing, that we are all connected in a field of presence, in a field of awareness. We are all connected from that place of common humanity, that each of us knows the full palette of emotional possibilities, the full palette of monkey mind to spacious, calm mind, that we all know the experience of a body that's constantly changing. And as we breathe, bringing that awareness that we are in connection with each other. Sitting with the body breathing. When the mind wanders away from the breath, away from sensations in the body that are alive and arising, we can simply notice, where does the mind wander? And then calling ourselves back here now, returning home again to the body breathing. Awareness of connection with each other. Awareness of connection with all beings everywhere. All the two-leggeds and the four-leggeds. All that fly and swim and creep and crawl and hide. To sense our interconnection with the whole web of life. Noticing where attention is now. And if we've wandered in our thoughts, we can get to know the mind by simply noticing what are our tendencies, what are the habits of the mind, where does the mind wander? Letting go of the details, the content, and just noticing the bigger picture. Does the mind get lost in all those thoughts, ruminating and swirling around? Does the mind get slothful and sleepy? Does the mind get quiet and still? We're busy planning for the future. These and many other mind states are just part of the menu of where we might find ourselves landing in any given practice, any given moment. And the practice is always the same: to notice, maybe we name it, as the mind likes language to anchor where we are. And then we can follow that trajectory home again, right here, right now. This moment, this breath. Breathing in, breathing out. all of life, breathing. And this breath connects us with all of life. And taking in the words and the meaning for you of this prose written by Mark Nepo. To witness and to hold. Just as the warmth of summer can make a cricket sing, the quality of being held enlivens the heart. We have all been battered by modern times into obsessive problem solvers. But as life pares us down into only what is essential, it becomes clear that the deepest suffering of heart and spirit cannot be solved, only witnessed and held. I have struggled with this constantly. Just recently, after being away for 2 weeks, I returned to a tender friend who said, "I missed you." Instantly, I reacted by scanning the ways to solve the feeling, to limit my travel, or to call more often. I instantly tried to change my patterns of being away from this friend rather than just being with the poignancy of love enough being missed. So often we become reflexive to solve, to rescue, to fix, and it removes the tenderness at hand. So often, all that is needed is to simply listen and be present and trust the holding that's here now, without trying to do, without trying to change, without trying to fix. Allow the love to simply be as it is. And so, in these last few breath cycles, we might notice the fixing, problem solving mind and practice that simple holding of the heart, the holding of what's here, the holding of any tenderness. and to be with the intimacy of that holding, and trusting that this is enough. Trusting that we are enough just as we are. Observing where attention is now. And if it's strayed from the present moment, simply getting to know the territory of the mind. Where have we been taken? Recognizing, acknowledging, and then choosing consciously to return home again. to this breath, to this heart, to this breathing body. When practicing loving kindness, bringing metta to our hearts, we can even bring a hand to the heart and feel the weight, the pressure, and the warmth or coolness of the hand over the heart, the altar of the heart. And offering ourselves this metta. May I be well. May I be safe from all harm. May I be free of suffering. May I abide in the heart of loving kindness. May I grow in wisdom. May I be at peace. And offering yourself any other metta that you would like. And offering metta to all beings everywhere, all beings near and far. And there may be a particular group of beings that you would like to offer metta to. Maybe friends or family, community, a group of people in the world. Or it may simply be all beings everywhere, all of life. May all beings be well. May all beings be safe from harm. May all beings be free of suffering. May all beings abide in the heart of loving kindness. May all beings grow in wisdom. And may all beings be at peace. And offering any customized metta to all beings or a group of beings. And as we come to the end of our practice together, bringing both hands to the center, to the altar of the heart. And we can simply notice what has shifted, what has changed since we sat down to practice. As everything changes, moment to moment, breath to breath. And our practice helps to sharpen the mind to become more aware of these subtle changes. Bowing with gratitude to the practice, to the teachings of the Buddha, and bowing to each other. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me in this practice today.
Thank you.